Hello, my name is Nelson Edgardo Madrid, and today I will tell you about how human connection to nature. The connection of human with nature, according to an article published by the University of Columbia in the United States, asks the question of what would be the world if the humans lost the connection with the natural world. Well, data collected from the same article said approximately that in 2009, the 95% of children, teenagers, and the 77% of the adults were in more contact with the world of the technology than in the natural world. This can have bad consequences since we do not realize what is happening with nature due to our lack of contact with it. Now I will answer some questions about this topic. The first one said, rural or urban, city or outdoor? What would you prefer? Well, in my case, my personal opinion, I prefer both the rural areas and urban areas. In case of the city, I like it since it is a place where I can get more things, where is a place where I have more resources uh, for my daily life. And I think that in is the city is a place where I can live um, every day because I can do some things. For example, go to the supermarket and do my shoppings, my study in case of the study, do my studies, um, and even for entertainment, go to a cinema or do some things like that, and do that kind of stuff. In case of the rural areas, I love it because it is a place where I can get away from everything that sometimes can be annoying. A place where I can relax, a place where I can enjoy the surrounding nature, away from the noise of the city, away from the noise of the cars, away from the stress of the work, the stress of the school, and just sharing experiences that only nature can provide to us. Another question said, what benefits could you get from living in a city or away from it? Well, in the city, like I said earlier, I can have more resources for my daily life. For example, materials for my work or for my school. In case in the for entertainment, I can go to shopping in a mall or go to a cinema and do that kind of stuff. Uh, but in the case of the rural area, I'm not saying that we can do um, anything, but we have a lack of resources, and people live um, a bit far from every house is very pretty far from one to another, and that is something that sometimes can be a problem. But for me, the living in away from the city can be very well. It can be, we can obtain more calm. For me, in my personal opinion, we can have a very healthy life because we are away from the things of the city, like the smoke or the fast food and that kind of stuff, and we can have a pretty happy life in the away from the city. Another question asks, can urbanism can be stopped? What are some ways? Well, the urbanization cannot be stopped. There, in some countries without exception, urbanization is growing with the economic development of that country. Another thing related from the last one is that we can stop the human growth. The, the human growth. According to some studies in 2050, we will be 3 billion people in the world. And this is a reason why we can stop the urbanization, because people who live in the rural area have a lack of resources, and a lot of people made the decision to immigrate to the urban areas to have a better life, a job, and some things like that. Have a better education and that kind of stuff. And that are the main reasons that we can stop the urbanism. The last question asks us, how can this connection be promoted? This can be promoted in some ways, such as people spend a lot of time of their life using electronic things. Then you can promote contact with nature through these things, with announcements and some things like um, like that. And another is doing activities that encourage people to spend more time in in that spend more time in the nature. So there are different ways that we can promote connection to the nature. And well, that is all. Thank you for watching.